Pisces, welcome guys. This is your astrology horoscope for November 2019. We have some interesting, important things to discuss. Some of them are very positive, others are kind of challenging. So we have to cover all of that. And first of all, Mercury turns retrograde, but then goes back direct. So that's one of the most important events. Also, Venus joining Jupiter, one of the most positive aspects overall. And Mars is triggering Pluto and Uranus, so we have to discuss that as well. Plus a full moon and a new moon. And for you guys, it's also important that Neptune is turning direct. But we're gonna talk about it more in this following video. So before we dive deeper, let me tell you that I have a special surprise for you guys, and you can win a free reading with me. You have to watch the video until the end and you will learn how to do that. So let's begin with the end of October. Actually, the 31st of October is when Mercury is turning retrograde. It's happening in your 9th house, and during this whole retrograde period, Mercury is gonna stay in 9th house, so no transitions. And this continues until the 20th. So first of all, Mercury retrograde requires from us to be more careful with especially starting new things. We don't recommend brand new projects, brand new activities. In your case, you need to be more careful with trips, traveling, education, but also all kinds of long-term goals. Something may need to be reconsidered, something may need to be improved or changed, or all things might come back as, for example, old goals, previous goals of yours, previous ideas about education. If you haven't graduated to training, your education now can be a great time to go back and do it actually. So finish the old stuff or restart old projects. At the same time, I don't expect the transit to be very challenging. First of all, because Mercury in Scorpio will trine Pisces. So there is a positive connection and it's always easier. Also, Mercury will have only positive aspects while it's retrograde. So we don't expect this to be, like an extremely challenging and difficult period for all of us, but especially for the water signs, especially for Pisces and Cancer. Then the 1st of November comes with a very positive impact on your career. With Venus moving to your 10th house, you may enjoy more your work, your business. There can be a positive result, financial result, support from other people, or just enjoying, feeling comfortable at work, enjoying the process. Business negotiations are also supported during this ingression, during this transit. And overall, just sharing love with the world, sharing love with everyone. A very nice, very positive, supportive position of Venus. Then on the 5th, we have the first challenging aspect. Mars in your 5th house, triggering Pluto in your 11th house. So this is an aspect which can bring the need or circumstances related to taking very big risks. We are not saying that this is necessarily something bad. Sometimes we have to take those really big risks and they bring us success, but not always. So you have to be cautious, you have to be reasonable with your decisions, but keep in mind, you might be kind of reckless or taking too much risks around this day. So especially when it comes to something potentially dangerous, harmful, I would recommend you not to do it. Also, financial stuff, like a big investment, a big expense, spending money on something, but also be careful because this is an aspect which, for example, can bring someone else lying or cheating or even stealing your money. So be very careful with that. And I would recommend you not to give money to others, to friends, others, you know, it may not be a very good decision. Then on the 8th of November, multiple positive aspect combination. The Sun in 9th house, Neptune in your 1st house, and Saturn in 11th house. So all of those planets are helping each other. And this is great for some social projects, for some visual or future ideas that you may have, that you can materialize, that you can take action on. And there is lots of inspiration here. There is lots of maybe even wisdom which can come, which can guide you, which can help you, what you should do, where you should do it, who can help you to do it. So trust your instincts and really focus on those ideas which are very important for you. 11th house is the focus point here. Saturn and 11th house. That's, you know, kind of the most important point. Then on the 9th, Mercury retro in your 9th house, supporting Pluto in your 11th house. Great aspect for future visions, for planning goals, but at the same time, they are related to the past. They are coming from the past because Mercury is retro. But you can still, you know, get lots of wisdom and inspiration and kind of a different perspective about things. So, you know, especially when it comes to your mind, this aspect can be very transformative. After that, on the 11th, the Sun is joining Mercury retro in your 9th house. So it's really time to focus on your goals, on your dreams, and also on your perspective about the future. So how you can change it, what needs to be improved, what's working, what's not working. All of that, you know, can be very important for you. And important decisions might be taken as well around this day. So yeah, focus on that. Really concentrate on your beliefs, on your perspective about the future, what needs to be transformed or improved. The 12th of November, coming with the full moon in 3rd and 9th house, bringing some changes when it comes to your plans, your goals, your small steps that you are taking, finding balance between the rational mind and the philosophical mind. That's very important. But also traveling, learning, those topics are important. You can materialize something, you can achieve something, or you can let go of something that you don't need. For example, maybe there is a training which you have started, it didn't work. Just get over with it, you know, stop it, cut it out. And those can also be some ideas that you have. 3rd house, you know, these are some thoughts that you can separate with, that you can, you know, get rid of if they're not productive, if they're not helpful. And together with the full moon, also Mars and Jupiter are supporting each other from 8th and 10th house. That's a beautiful combination for career growth, career success. At the same time, in terms of finances, there can be an important opportunity. For example, investments, finding investments, investors, or resources for your business. Very productive, very ambitious combination, a very competitive combination as well. But all of that kind of, you know, happening smoothly, so you don't really fight, you don't really struggle for that. It's kind of a support that you receive. You still need to take action, don't get me wrong. With Mars, you know, we have to do things, we have to be proactive, but Jupiter also brings the support and the right opportunities and circumstances for our growth. On the 13th, another multiple aspect combination. Mercury in 9th with Saturn in 11th and Neptune in 1st house. So again, kind of a similar situation like the one like a week earlier. So focus on your goals, on your vision for the future, also connecting to the past, bringing ideas from the past, reassessing, reflecting, using the inspiration to take some action, to be inspired, to help other people, to support other people. Friends can play a major role here, or your community, or other group of people. So it is quite dynamic and quite interesting. Later after that, on the 14th, Venus in Sagittarius, so Venus is in 10th house and squares Neptune, which is in your first house. This is an aspect which can bring some kind of illusions. You may fall into the trap of some unrealistic expectations, which eventually bring disappointment. So the personal life may not be that harmonious around this day. At the same time, with business partners, things may not be that smooth. You have to open up your eyes for some lies, or people who are not that honest with you, or things which you're not really aware of. So try to open up your eyes for the truth. Basically, that's what this aspect is calling you to do. Later on the 19th, Mars will ingress your 9th house, so bringing even more energy to your goals and achieving them and taking action on them, focusing on education, on traveling, or working with foreigners, working abroad. And it's interesting that basically on the very next day, on the 20th, Mercury is also turning direct, guys, and for you Pisces, it happens also in 9th house. So around the 19th and the 20th, there are lots of intense energies triggering your 9th house positively. So from that time after, things can go smoother, you can focus on your future, you can plan your future, you can execute also, you can take action, be inspired, be energized. Keep in mind that also while Mars is in Scorpio in 9th house, it will connect positively to Pisces, to your sign. So that's another type of energy that boosts your strength, that helps you to be more vital, to be braver, to take action towards those future goals of yours. So yeah, you're quite productive. The 22nd of November, the sun moves to your 10th house, bringing focus to career, social work, business, your reputation. Wonderful time to really concentrate, to explore, to be more optimistic, to be more focused on that future projects, also for new businesses or applying for promotions. That's very beneficial. And then on the 24th, the very harmonious combination between Venus and Jupiter in your 10th house. Now, let me also remind you that Jupiter is the old ruler of Pisces. So not just Neptune, but Jupiter, they are both ruling Pisces. So basically the ruler of your sign, which is the great benefactor, is connecting together with the other benefactor, which is Venus. So all of that triggers positively your career, your business, your reputation. So it's really a combination which can bring you success, prosperity, even fame. And it's a growth, it's, it's expansion, it's time for new goals, to enjoy the processes at the same time, and to be presented to some kind of new opportunities. At the same time, Mars in 9th house is having an opposition with Uranus, which is in your 3rd house. So there might be changes of some goals or some steps that you have planned. You have to act differently. You have to be maybe more creative, maybe more flexible. There could be some confrontations. and they might be related to, you know, while you're, for example, negotiating, or people who you meet on a daily basis, or friends, also neighbors, siblings. So that's kind of the more, you know, sensitive area. But at the same time, this is great for changing your way of thinking and setting up some new goals. November 25th, Venus ingress your 11th house, bringing harmony, bringing more peace in friendships, in communication with other people, and also focusing on the future, something you're idealizing, something that's important to you. So just enjoy it. You know, spend time with others, show appreciation, show how much you value them, how important they are. Then on the 26th, one of the most important new moons for you guys during the whole year, because it falls in 10th house, career, business, reputation. That's an amazing time to start something new. If you have a business idea, if you have kind of waited for the right time, probably now is that time. And whatever you start, it have a very good chance to expand in the future, to bring you success, to be noticed by others. 10th house is the highest point. So when the sun is there, you know, everyone can see it. So everyone can see what you are about to start, and that's really a great opportunity. So take your chances. Then another important aspect or event, actually, on the 27th of November, Neptune is turning direct, and it happens on the 16th degree. So check if your sun or ascendant is around those degrees. I would say between the 11th and the 21st degree, you guys will be triggered the most. And around this day, I recommend you don't take really important decisions, or, you know, some new steps, some new actions, because your judgment may not be that accurate, may not be that clear. You can be confused, you can be misled. And instead, use this to reconnect to yourself. Maybe an inspiration may come, maybe a creative idea may come. And after Neptune goes direct, you have much easier, much better chances to materialize these inspiring ideas. And on the 28th, basically the very next day, Mercury in 9th house has a trine, positive aspect with Neptune in 1st house. So those inspiring ideas might be materialized. There can be incredible inspiration, ideas for the future, ideas about yourself and what you would like to do, and, you know, how you can get closer to your dreams. So it's truly amazing, guys. Also, Venus in 11th house has a positive connection with Uranus in your 3rd house. So there might be lots of positive emotions related to friends or other people, or socializing, or social projects, or your community. And it brings variety, you know, it brings excitement. It's very, very, very different, and maybe even surprising, actually. So yeah, 28, quite positive. The very last aspect we have on the 30th, again a positive one, Mercury in 9th house with Saturn in your 11th house. And that's a great combination to look at the future, to visualize what you want to do, how you want to do it, but at the same time be logical, not just fantasizing, but finding the concrete steps, or, you know, what needs to be done so that you can achieve your dreams, your future visions. People may support you, you know, 11th house here, friends can be important with advices, with ideas. So use it. It's quite interesting. And now the fun part, how you can win the free reading by me. Very simple, actually. Make a picture or a screenshot of your monthly horoscope on your computer or your mobile phone, doesn't really matter, and just post it on Instagram and tag me there so that I can see it. My profile name is here, Marina Stoichkova, and I will put the link for my Instagram in the description below so it's easier for you. The winner will be announced on my Instagram after Mercury goes direct, after the 20th of November. So make sure to follow me and you will understand if you have won the free reading. Thank you very much, Pisces. It was a real pleasure for me. Please let me know, do you like those type of presentations? Are they helpful for you? Do you want me to keep doing them? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of positive energy and kisses and hugs. And I will see you guys very soon.